my pleasure to welcome you once again to the Thrift Store Rundowns Odyssey to the Oscars, bringing the Academy Awards home on a budget. As I posted in my community page, I'm still going through the after effects of a cold, but I am feeling about 98% better, so save for a minor annoying cough, I can play hurt. I'm gonna have to, because as you well know, when it comes to TSR's most important production we do every year around Oscar season, I don't play around. Throughout the next several days, in the course of 28 or 29 reviews, the largest assembly of reviews ever gathered for this series, I'll be giving you all sorts of ways to feel like a Hollywood insider without actually having to fly to Hollywood, as well as giving you plenty of tips on how to throw a sensational Oscar night soiree that won't break the bank. So what do you say we get started? It's almost a universal fact that no great Oscar night soiree or any great movie watching party is complete without some world-class grub. So once again, to kick off OTTO, I brought in some first-class experts, Food Network Magazine. This just so happens to be their June 2015 issue that's all about Hollywood. Movie stars' favorite recipes, snacks, and hot spots. Appropriately, this was published around blockbuster season because you know, May, June, July, August, that's when the big screen blockbusters really come rolling in full force. This is also one of 18 Food Network magazines that I purchased for 25% off the price of $1.49 in the span of 2 consecutive days at stacks of 9 a pop. Summer at last. Within the 118 fun, no-fuss recipes, you'll find homemade mint chip gelato ice cream. Secret burger recipes from some of the best burger joints in LA. You'll want to fire up the grill for ribeye steaks, Tex-Mex kebabs, and much more. And of course, contributions from the stars, which include Bobby Flay's favorite hot dog, Ina Garten's make-ahead ribs, and Cutter Stone's Father's Day cookout. By the way, there are 2 celebrity chef couples in here that are highlighted, in addition to Debbie Mazar and Gabriel Kokoros of Extra Virgin on Cookie Channel. And you know Debbie Mazar, right? She was from Entourage and also did a good guest stint on Law & Order SVU, among many other great TV shows. Curtis Stone also married up and married well, with Lindsay Price, Lipstick Jungle, and Beverly Hills 90210, which is my favorite role from her, Janet Sosna Sanders. You'll read all about their celebrity marriages a bit later in this magazine. To round everything out, we have a no big creamsicle cake, and you know what? I'm not waiting any further. Who's hungry? We begin with cooking for the big screen. Food stylist Susan Spungen has worked on some of Hollywood's biggest culinary movies, Eat, Pray, Love, Julia and Julia, which is highlighted in detail here and stars students. Told you, minor annoying cough. Susan helped each of these stars up their cooking game, at least for the camera. Meryl Streep, Amy Adams, Josh Brolin. There are a few fun facts that she gives the Food Network magazine about the job. How shopping can be a scavenger hunt. How sometimes the hands that are, shown close up on the camera, prepping the food, that are always the actors. In the case of Julia and Julia, they're Susan's. Actors really do eat the food, but they won't eat everything. And melted cheese is the toughest food to style. In fact, she uses an electric paint stripper at last minute's notice to make boiled food, including food that you would have melted cheese on top, look just cooked at a moment's notice. These are Hollywood snack infesteds, the stars of this summer's big movies fess up about their cravings. Mostly they're stars from the Adam Sandler blockbuster that's all about video games taking over the world, Pixels. Kevin James, Michelle Monaghan, and Josh Gad. I'm giving you a bad grade for failure to add Ashley Benson. No, I'm just kidding. But really, I adore Ashley Benson. She played Lady Lisa, but I love her best as Hannah Marin, Pretty Little Liars. Hey, you know me by now. Call me Simple. However, I do want to shout out Allison Janney from Spy Minions, Academy Award winner for I, Tonya. Her favorite snack for the plane is cheese and crackers, with some nice wine. But at the movies, she digs into popcorn, and she also smuggled in edamame, believe it or not. Speaking of popcorn, Wait a little bit later to see an in-depth look at all the facts and figures you ever wanted to know about this perennial movie time treat. Or really any time treat. Here's a recipe from a Hollywood caterer to the stars, Chef Gary Arabia. This is his shrimp penne, which he whipped up for one of Sofia Vergara and Joe Manganiello's parties. He loved the exotic flavors in this very dish, which he gives to you, which takes about 25 minutes to prep and cook and will serve 4. Let me stop right here and go handheld and from the heart just for a moment. If you grew up in the 90s and did not have a thing for Kelly Kapowski of Saved by the Bell, or Valerie Malone of Beverly Hills 90210, then you need to see a therapist stat, because Tiffani Amber-Thiessen was one of the grandest 90s sponsors of any generation. And as it turns out, she can be mighty fine behind the stove too, which is why she agreed to open her kitchen to Food Network magazine, which of course is the setting for a Cookie Channel series, Dinner at Tiffany's. Here you'll see several components that came together to build her dream kitchen. Sturdy surfaces, a beer drawer, a good sign, a sign which displays her married name, Smith, wife to Brady Smith, you lucky, lucky son of a gun. Her recipe corner, which is her very own small cookbook corner, hated by me a few tunnels I might recognize and already own, and double ovens, essential for her walking kitchen. This is her very own star kitchen, which comes with a little story, with a photograph by Dave Lawrenson. All the better to service her husband, herself, and the hungry daughter, Harper. Turn the page, and you can actually find some of the components of Tiffany's kitchen for your own kitchen. Now on to a Hollywood movie night. Haylie Duff knows how to make a memorable scene, and it's not just because she's an actress. The host of Cookie Channel's Real Girls Kitchen, also known for her role in Napoleon Dynamite, loves decorating a party almost as much as she loves cooking for one. This is her recent movie night, which she adapted for Food Network magazine. The decor ideas, the lighting, the ambience, the concession-themed centerpieces, and of course, the snacks. Paprika Rosemary Spiced Nuts, Bananas Foster Popcorn, a zesty ranch dip. Well, I forgot to mention after Tiffany's piece, we also have some star cocktails inspired by some titans of the silver screen from generations past, the Charlie Chaplin, the Marlene Dietrichs, the Greta Garbo, and the Cary Grant. And the Ginger Rogers. Stars on Ice. Now on to some A-list burgers. These LA burgers are almost as famous as the people who line up for them. We asked for the secret recipes, so you get a list of burgers contributed from some of the best burger joints in LA. Bonnie's Gourmet Hamburgers, the Caribbean Burger. You might see Ewan McGregor asking for one of these burgers at the Santa Monica outpost of this California chain. We have the Office Burger from Father's Office, just a few blocks from the Sony Picture Studios in Culver City, California. You might spot Leonardo DiCaprio and Jake Gyllenhaal. We also have Umami Burger's Truffle Burger. Big fans? Hilary Swank and Dax Shepard. Plus, Andy Samberg and members of the band of Black Keys have burgers to their name here, so you know they have some accountability and credibility. We have Fat Burger's Titular Burger, which earned their claim to fame here. Well, not just yet. Fans of Fat Burger, Queen Latifah, Kanye West, and Pharrell Williams. And finally, Baby's Badass Burgers with their original beauty. Zoe Saldana is among the celebrity clientele, and this is our all-time favorite. This is all I'm going to expand upon in terms of popcorn because, well, they're cinematic snacks for a reason. They go hand in hand with an ice cold Pepsi or Coca-Cola, or for me, just plain water, maybe some apple juice. I don't drink soda, folks, just like I don't drink wine. Anyway, these are themed, sweet and salty popcorn combos inspired by movies. E.T., The Nutty Professor, and The Dark Knight. These scrumptious popcorn combos come to us from Popped Popcorn in Papillion, Nebraska. You can find almost 60 popcorn flavors inspired by blockbuster hits in this little popcorn shop. Owner Annette Bachman backs into the process, creating a mix, coloring the kernels, and adding different candies in this popcorn boutique, then deciding which movie it best represents. Like blue popcorn with goldfish crackers, here front and center. That's easy. Finding Nemo. Like I said, if you want in-depth facts and figures about this perennial classic for movie night, the popcorn section is a must-read, along with some other unique flavor combos from many great popcorn boutiques, in-store and online. But to conclude this review, we have here second acts. The coolest sidekick to the acting realm? Only your own restaurant. These big stars have a place to call their own. Yes, Dan Aykroyd, Quentin Tarantino, Ty Burrell, Kevin Costner, Francis Ford Coppola, Justin Timberlake, Eva Longoria, Robert De Niro, Robert Redford, and Richard Gere are all restaurant owners in and around Los Angeles. You'll find their restaurants down below here in this 2-page spread. Speaking of Quentin Tarantino and Eva Longoria, they'll be featured on TSR sometime soon. You'll be seeing Quentin Tarantino at the very tail end of this year's OTTO, so stick around. So we have here fun weekend and weeknight cooking recipes in here, a concession stand takeover with ice cream sandwiches that taste like a box of movie theater candy, and plenty of other blockbuster features that really made me smitten with this particular issue. I happen to respect all of the 18 issues of Fruit Novel magazine that I purchased over the span of 2 days, but this one just takes the cake. And the popcorn. This just happens to be one of my top 5. And because of everything you just seen in here, you now know why. Speaking of blockbuster, oh yeah, stick around for that too. 5 out of 5 claps. Whether you're an early bird or a late night owl, this Hollywood special deserves top billing. Thanks for joining me. There is no place like the thrift store rundown that brings the Academy Awards home on a budget. I'll catch you on the thrift side.